Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into something that really gets to the core of personal finance: why rich people own homes while others end up paying rent forever. It's not magic, it's just the mechanics of where your money goes every single month. Let's get right into it.
Okay, picture this. Two people. No trust funds, no lottery winnings, no secret inheritance. They are starting at the exact same financial baseline. This is so crucial because it completely wipes out that old excuse that wealth is just about luck or who your parents are.
Part 1, The Tale of Two Earners. Identical incomes, completely divergent paths.
So here's the setup. Person A and person B are on the exact same salary. And get this, they both pay exactly $800 a month for housing, right? Same income, same biggest monthly expense. So how in the world do they end up in completely different financial universes later on? Well, the secret isn't how much they're spending, it's exactly how they're directing that spend. Which brings us to part 2, the 10-year rent trap. $800 a month, zero ownership. All right, person A decides to rent. Month 1, they hand over their $800. Boom, they've got a roof over their head. Year 1 passes, they keep renting. Fast forward a whole decade, year 10, and they're still renting. Month in, month out, the money just continuously flows out. Sure, it meets an immediate need, but it fundamentally does not change their financial standing. Now, let's just pause here. $96,000, almost six figures. After 10 years of paying $800 a month, that is how much hard-earned money is just gone. Let that sink in for a second. And the real kicker? After spending all that cash over a full decade, they own absolutely nothing. Not a single brick. All that capital was literally just consumed to maintain their baseline living situation. And it's not just about the emptied bank account, you know? It's the vulnerability. If the landlord decides to sell or just asks them to leave, they have to start totally over from scratch. There is zero long-term security. A decade of steady, reliable, on-time payments hasn't bought them a permanent place in the world. They are completely at the mercy of someone else's decisions. All right, part 3, building wealth through home ownership, going from expense to equity. So what did person B do differently? Well, instead of renting forever, they made a plan. They saved up a down payment and took out a realistic home loan. And here is the absolute magic word: equity. Their monthly payment is pretty much the exact same as person A's rent, but it acts in a completely different way. It doesn't just cover shelter, it actively builds ownership. Over those same 10 years, they're making payments, right? But instead of disappearing into a landlord's pocket, that money is transforming into equity. They are literally buying pieces of a highly valuable asset, month by month. And then, one day, they pay off that loan, and the house becomes completely theirs. No more monthly housing payments, no more landlord, just total ownership. I mean, think back to person A, who burned through 96 grand to end up with zilch. Person B spent essentially the exact same amount month to month, but they secured a permanent, valuable asset outright. That is the incredible, game-changing power of turning an expense into equity. Which leads us to part 4, the real financial lesson: smart decisions build wealth. Now listen, the takeaway here is not that you should blindly rush out and take on a massive, unmanageable loan. It's about the fundamental nature of the decisions themselves. Poor decisions, they consume your money. They eat it right up and leave you empty-handed. But smart decisions build your wealth. Remember, person A and person B started with the exact same salary and the exact same monthly budget. That massive wealth gap at the end wasn't because of their initial income. It was literally 100% about the quality and structure of their financial decisions. To actually pull this off, there's a very clear roadmap. Before you make any big financial commitment like buying a house, you absolutely have to hit these 3 prerequisites. Number 1, the payments must genuinely fit your budget. It's got to be realistic. Number 2, you need stable income. Consistency is your shield over the long haul. And number 3, you have to plan for emergencies. Owning an asset means you're on the hook for repairs, so you need a buffer. If you skip these steps, a smart wealth-building move can quickly become a total nightmare. This quote right here just perfectly nails everything we've been talking about. Financial freedom isn't about how much you earn. It's about how wisely you use what you earn. It's such a profound idea, and we just proved it with person A and person B. Earning the money is really only half the battle. How you systematically deploy it is what actually buys your freedom. So, as we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a question to really chew on. Are your monthly payments consuming your money, or are they building your wealth? Take a hard look at where your $800, or whatever your specific number is, goes every single month. Are you just funding a temporary lifestyle, or are you actively building equity in your own future? It's a huge thing to consider. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you found this as fascinating as I did, and I'll catch you next time as we keep explaining the mechanics behind these big ideas.